What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Lesser Athletes. My name is Chadwell, and today, like always, an interesting video for you here on the channel. How well do I feel about my 50 predictions for WWE 2025? This is an update video because, one, I want to talk about them. I think this is something that I'm going to try and do, tri-weekly, where every, 3-ish weeks I'll talk about my 50 predictions I have, so you really know I'm doing this. And talk about it because, one, they're going to be behind me throughout all the videos. And I was debating on doing this video standing up and standing over there, pulling up my camera a little more and talking on my nice little microphone. Decided not to do that. But we have the 50 predictions. We're going to go through how confident I feel about each one to kind of give how well I'm feeling, because I'm going to be honest, I made them in middle of December. I made the video. I feel like I rushed it a little bit because I was really excited about doing this type of video. And I was also making my room this setup, and I felt like I had to do it by then. So how well do I feel about it? We'll talk about it. Let's start off on how this works. So basically, there's going to be 50 predictions. There's 48 regular predictions and 8 PLE predictions. Some predictions will differ on points. Most are +1. For example, we'll talk about throughout the video. Some predictions, I put a little side thing so I can get +2. The goal is 30 points. That's why, because it's hard because there's 50 predictions. And some of them, later on King of the Ring or Queen of the Ring predictions, I should get +2 if I get it correct. And then I have a dark horse that's a +1. So do it like that. Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber are a little bit different. They're not +2, +1. They're +1 and then +1.5 because it's so close. I should kind of somewhat know. So that, if I not, I'll give away $50 to $100 in Amazon Prime gift cards or just straight up. As you can see, the predictions will be behind me all year. I know I'm planning to move out and move in the summer. So these will still be behind me, some shape, way, or form. And it started December 16th, technically. So let's begin. Royal Rumble winners. Right now I have for the men's, I have Randy Orton and I have Roman Reigns. My winners right now are Bianca Belair and Io Sky as my dark horse. I'm going to say right now, I think I'm going to be wrong on my men's, and I think it's going to be CM Punk. I'm very sad because I was going to put CM Punk as my dark horse, but if Roman Reigns is in there, I want to put him as a potential winner because I think it's shocking to see him. Kind of would be crazy to see him in there, and I think they're going to try and do something like that. Women's side of things, I feel good. But the only thing I'm scared about, and I didn't do it in the video because I really was let me actually think who I'm going to win the women's rather than Elimination Chamber. I believe Bianca and Io Sky should either one win the Royal Rumble, but I think Charlotte Flair is going to be the thing in here. So that's why my confidence level is at 25%. I feel wrong with my men's. That's 50% off. And I think I'm half wrong with my women's. I feel good with Io Sky. I wish I kind of put her as my winner. I think there's more compelling story there. Bianca is going to be interesting with this whole Jade thing. It really is question marks on Charlotte Flair, but I feel like Elimination Chamber fits her better, and that's why we're going to go Elimination Chamber. My winner is John Cena. CM Punk is my dark horse. I wish I switched out with Roman Reigns, truthfully now. Winner, Charlotte Flair. Dark horse, Bianca Belair. I feel good with this one. I have it at 50% because I think I feel really good, but I'm still a little iffy on Charlotte Flair going to win the Royal Rumble instead. But I feel good with John Cena, and I feel really good with that. So we're at 50-ish% here. I maybe might bump that up 60, 70-ish, around there. We're just going to, talk about it. I also kind of forget how much confidence I put in these. Winner for the men's, King of the Ring. I put LA Knight and I put Braun Breaker. My women's, I put Bianca Belair, and I put Raquel Rodriguez. I have 40%, and I want to go through why. I feel good with my men's. I think Sami Zayn could be a really good winner there, and I would not be shocked if they put Sami Zayn here. They really want to boost, Sami in this upcoming year, winning a title. I don't feel good with Raquel, and I'd be interested to see if they would do Bianca, because it could be somebody else like Jade Cargill instead. But I'm going to say that it's men's or women's. I feel pretty good with my men's. I feel not as great as with my women's. Money in the Bank. And also, I feel like I should go through this a lot because, one, it's 50 predictions. That's kind of crazy. So let's try and go a little bit faster. Men's side. I have Bronson Reed, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso. And it's 2, 1, and half a point. Same with the women's. And I forgot I put Naomi here. God, I forgot I put Naomi here. Confidence level is 60%. I feel good with Bronson Reed, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso. I think those are one of the winners because Sami needs a title. Jey Uso said that, he's feeling 2025. He's heavyweight championship-ish. So Bronson Reed said he's going to go crazy and do something that I cannot say on YouTube to all you guys in 2025. I feel good with the Money in the Bank one with Bronson Reed. I think they should do that, and I feel good with that, especially when he comes back from injury. It lines up almost perfectly, in my opinion. Naomi, Dakota Kai, and Jade Cargill. I think I wish I put Jade Cargill higher up. But this makes the most sense to me, and I think that's what they should do if they want to boost talent up. And Naomi should be boosted, in my opinion. Maybe it's Roxanne Perez. God, I don't know. 60%. Dominic Mysterio. Now we're going to the actual predictions. Wins it any title. 45. I feel like 50-50 on this, but I feel a little bit more that they might just wait one more year. I'm not talking tag team. I'm talking to singles title. So that's why it's 45 rather than, I'm feeling a good 50-50. Ricky Starks and Josh Alexander comes to WWE. I'm feeling 60% because I feel like 80% that it's Ricky Starks's, and I'm not as confident on Josh Alexander, and that's the reason why. Also, I think I just read on my phone that Ric Flair wants to have another match in WWE. I'm just gonna ignore that one. I don't know about Josh Alexander. That's the one I'm worried about the most, and I just have a feeling that they might just say, you know what? Which actually, I think his contract ends in February. Maybe he comes in for Elimination Chamber. That wouldn't be as crazy, actually, now thinking. That could happen. I don't know. I hope it happens. But again, 60%. Up next, Joe Hendry shows up at the Royal Rumble. I'm 90% confident. This is something that if they don't do it, they are going to make a huge mistake on this. This should happen. 90% confident. John Cena, Grand Slam and 17 title. I am 80% confident. Now, the reason why is because there's been rumors about, he doesn't want to break the title reign. He doesn't want to get the 17th title because he doesn't really care for it. I think they're going to make him do it. Grand Slam might be pushing it. I still feel like they should if they're trying to make John Cena the GOAT. I'm 80%. LA Knight gets a main title reign. I'm feeling 70% confident. I think LA Knight deserves a main title reign, but the fact is that does it happen in 2025 or does he still go with the mid card? He should get a title reign in 2025 because of how hot he is right now. Pause. Up next, Chad Gable wins U.S. title. 40% confident. I really was fantasizing about LA Knight and Chad Gable having a feud going to WrestleMania to win U.S. title. I think there is a reason why he signed back, and he's going to SmackDown is what my guess is too. So I'm going to say, yes, I feel confident with this, but I could see something getting flipped on top of their heads, and it doesn't happen. We'll have to see. Up next, Bianca and Rhea feud, and my other thing is SummerSlam. I'm at like a 60%. I think the feud should happen. I don't know if it's going to happen at WrestleMania or SummerSlam. That's the only thing. I think it should happen around WrestleMania. Maybe it continues a little bit towards SummerSlam. But I think this feud should happen in 2025. This is like, you have the prime of both of them. Why would you not do this? Why would you not? Dominic Mysterio wins over Cena, and then IC title is a plus. 20% confident on this one. I am slightly feeling like, maybe Dominic isn't the one to win over Cena. And if Dominic's not, I feel even less on Carmella Hayes. I'm starting to think maybe they just make John Cena Super Cena where he's not losing at all. Maybe he has these matches, but he doesn't lose. And if that is the case, it is hard for me to see some of these young guys pick up these wins. Now, do I think it's going to be tremendous for their careers? Yes. I think the Dominic Mysterio for the IC title would be insane. But I don't know. Up next, you have Drew McIntyre gets a title run. I have 75% yes, because Drew McIntyre is on fire right now. Signed back with the company. He deserves a title run in 2025. Could be the one to dethrone Cody. I would not be shocked as well. So I think Drew McIntyre getting a title run and feel pretty good with that one. Naomi injured Jade Cargill. I'm at a 60%. I thought it was pretty obvious that Naomi injured Jade Cargill with how she's replacing and everything. I don't think they're going to turn Bianca Belair heel. Now I'm worried about Charlotte Flair. The 40% is because I think it's 35 Charlotte Flair, 5% Bianca, rest is Naomi. I think it would make her character way more interesting and make it insane if they would do that, but would they do that is the question. Up next, Finn Balor, any title run. I'm at a 35. I think he's a locker room leader that deserves a title run, a singles title run. But there's so many people that I'm saying like gets a title run. Can you really see him get it? I hope so. I'm hoping the U.S. title for SmackDown, but we'll have to see. Up next, Jey Uso gets another title run. I am feeling 75% chance. Feeling pretty good too when Jey Uso's saying that he's going to win the World Heavyweight Championship in 2025 on his story. Now, is that me coping a little because I'm a Jey Uso stan? Is that me believing something that's probably cap? Yes. But man, oh man, I think they should give him another title run. He is insanely over. It is like if you have two people like LA Knight and Jey Uso that are insanely over, make them the faces of your company. My gosh. Give Cody Rhodes maybe some time off. Up next, Roxanne Perez goes main roster and gets a title. 25% right now. I think this is more of a hot take than anything because I think Roxanne Perez does go main roster, but does she get a title as well in 2025? I think the mid card is exactly what Roxanne Perez needs, but I don't feel confident on it. Up next, Julia and Stephanie Vauquier at Stand and Deliver, 85%. I feel good with this one. I think Julia is going to win the title soon. Is it a triple threat? I said I just believe that Julia and Stephanie Vauquier are going to at least be in some sort of match together. Maybe it is a triple threat. I don't know, but I do believe that this is going to happen Stand and Deliver 2025, and I feel good with it. Up next, Obafemi holds NXT title for 200 plus days to get U.S. title. I'm feeling 50-50 on this one. I think there is a huge chance he gets the title for 200 plus days. I think that's good. Or he gets the U.S. title. I don't think there's any in between. If Obafemi is going to the main roster this year, he's winning a title some way or shape or form. If he's not, he's holding on to the NXT title for a long time. I hope he wins it on New Year's Evil so then they can really, and I mean really push Trick Williams to the main roster. So then, and he holds on to this title maybe till whatever crazy new event. I don't know. Yeah, I like this prediction. Up next, Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes feud again. I'm feeling 20%. I think it is a little too early, but I believe that when WWE said that Carmelo Hayes was going to the main roster and they said, you know, we really like this feud that they had. Let's really talk about it. I can see this being a way where they're like, you know what? Let's try to do this feud again. Let's try to get some people to get reinterested in their story, like how they did KO and Sammy. I don't know. I feel less confident on this one, though. Up next, Sheamus wins Grand Slam. I'm at a 40%. I think it's 50-50, but I think the 40% is more likely that they want to continue like pushing. And 2 Grand Slam champs throughout the year with John Cena and him is a little maybe over much, where they might keep continuing this story that Sheamus is trying to win the title, trying to, and then gets it next year because I don't know. I could see a way where they're just like, no, we're not going to pass it to Sheamus because that's too much, and it kind of kills Sheamus' story, and what does Sheamus have left? Like, I think they could do something like that. Up next, CM Punk wins main title. 95% confident on this one. CM Punk has already made it clear that, like, you know, he wants to main event WrestleMania. I think they need to put a title on Punk soon. I think Punk has been insanely great since coming back, and I think a title is much needed and will be much deserved coming soon. Cody Rhodes loses title in 2025. I'm 90% confident on this. I think they're going to give Cody Rhodes some time off. I think it could be to Cena. I think it could be to who else am I thinking? Drew McIntyre, to The Rock, to Randy, to KO. I think whoever, honestly. I think Cody Rhodes is going to lose his title though in 2025, and I feel confident on this one. I kind of want this to happen because I want the titles to be moved. I don't really like these long reigns, truthfully. Up next, Drew versus Cody / Roman, or Roman at SummerSlam. I am 80% confident that we are going to get a Drew versus Cody and a Drew versus Roman. I am now feeling very good on that. The Roman on SummerSlam is a little interesting. Would they wait all that long? Maybe they do it at WrestleMania if, you know, The Rock's not there. I don't know. But I think it's pretty good, and I feel good, you know, calling this right now. I feel like it's pretty good chance that this happens. KO versus Sammy feud, 30%. I think they might just not do it. I think there's a chance that they're just on opposite brands throughout this whole time. They just don't do it. Even though I think this KO is going to be really interesting to be with a Sammy, and maybe that's how KO becomes back to the good side. Or maybe Sammy becomes heel with him. I don't know. I just think that you can flip some characters around if you work them both together. Braun Breaker retires Goldberg. I'm at 50-50. I think it should be Goldberg getting retired by Braun Breaker. I think a lot of other people think Gunther could, but I don't think they should feed him to Gunther. I think Braun Breaker, it means just more to him to retire Goldberg than a Gunther. And I know they already had some hints with Gunther, and that's why I don't feel as confident, but I just feel like it should be Braun Breaker. Up next, New Bloodline wins singles gold. I'm 40% confident because I don't know what they will do with Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa if they don't go for singles gold. I know that people might call them the Team Bloodline even more if they don't win a main title, but I believe winning the U.S. title or something should at least give it more like incentive that this is a true crazy bloodline. Or maybe they don't even go for any titles because, again, they're in this bloodline story. I don't know. I think they deserve to go get some singles gold. But I just don't know with this whole title reign thing. Up next, Street Profits breakup. I feel 15% chance on this. I think the Street Profits we have right now, where they're kind of rough and crazy, I kind of like a lot right now. And I think for that reason why I'm kind of hesitant on it. But again, I could see a way where Street Profits don't break up or Street Profits do break up because they want to push them more as single stars and something happens and all this stuff is going on. I don't know. I feel a tag team splitting up throughout this year, though. I have a feeling. I just don't know which one. I predict the Street Profits. Up next, Jade versus Bianca starts after SummerSlam is the plus. So I do expect this feud to happen. I'm at 30% because I think Jade Cargill might actually legitimately be injured. I don't really know with the new weird pick that she sent out. And if she is legitimately injured, it's hard to say that, it's going to happen. But I do want to say that I think Jade and Bianca should start. But I think after SummerSlam or into SummerSlam is going to be the perfect way to start it and make it a compelling story. Or they try and stretch it all the way out to next year WrestleMania. We'll have to see. Up next, Becky versus Liv feud. 10%. I'm feeling like they might not rekindle this. I do. Oh my gosh. I do think that Becky and Liv make a lot of sense to have another feud after they had it. But is it too early to say, Becky and Liv feud? Oh my God, my voice cracked after that cough. Oh my gosh. Is it too early to say Becky and Liv should feud and everything after they already kind of have a feud and everything throughout last year? Does it kind of screw over Becky? Does it kind of screw over Liv? I don't know. But I'm going Becky and Liv. Up next, Randy gets main title. I am at a 15%. I almost put this at a 5%. I think Randy Orton's not interested in getting a main title. And I think the WWE or fans are going to push for it. He's not going to be interested. I think he likes what he's doing right now. And you know what? Can't blame the guy if that's the case that he feels. So, hard to say. But I said a main title, and I kind of regret it. I hope he goes somehow to Raw and gets a heavyweight title later on in the year. That's my hope. Up next, Jimmy Uso gets singles push. I'm feeling 70% confident. I want to see what happens after this injury time off. What happens after? Do they put the Usos together? Does he get a singles push? I said before this thing that when I made the list, it was before he said, what's Jimmy going to do? Maybe I do go singles. I kind of want to go singles. So I'm feeling confident on it, but I'm a little hesitant. I don't know. New Day wins tag titles, 80% confident. This New Day is so amazing right now with how much of a heat and heels they are right now. So, you got to believe that WWE sees this and knows that they need to put these tag titles on them because they should. The Rock does show up for WrestleMania 41. I'm 7% confident. He's a TKO member. He gets money in his pockets when WWE does good. He should try to make WWE the best product. Maybe it's not as good as the money he's getting from Hollywood, but it's a pretty damn good money as well. I think it makes more sense for him to show up at least for WrestleMania 41. We'll see if he wrestles, though. I think that's the more shock if he does or doesn't. Up next, Naomi starts to get pushed. I am not entirely sure. I think she does get a push. Maybe with Money to Make. Maybe it's with the injury with Jade Cargill. I don't know. Naomi's just one of those people that I believe and I really love in the WWE, and I think deserves more, especially when she's getting pins on Nia Jax. Up next, Rhea title won't surpass SummerSlam. So I was doing the math. I think if Rhea would get the title at, I said originally, I think in the video, Royal Rumble, but even if it is on Netflix, I don't think they're going to give Rhea the title run that was supposed to be crazy. I think they are going to move around this title more than not. And if that is the case, I feel good with saying she won't surpass SummerSlam because they will try and move this title a little more and keep her on that chase. I don't know what's going to happen, what will happen, but I think they like her on the chase. And that's why I'm 50%. Up next, Jordynne Grace joins WWE, first NXT Plus. I feel very confident she joins WWE. NXT Plus is maybe, or NXT First is maybe a little bit, but I feel good with this one. Tiffany cashes in before WrestleMania 41 with Charlotte in the match. 20%. I might go back on my word, and I might say, if she technically does cash in with Charlotte in the match, I might get 1 point for myself for at least saying that I know Charlotte's going to be in this match because I've been saying this for a long, long time. Which, screw me, screw you, I don't care, because it's my money, ha ha ha. But I'm now realizing they actually might just wait till WrestleMania 41, and just, even though I think the best match they could do is 20, I think the best match they could do is Charlotte versus Tiffany at WrestleMania 41. I think they're going to do Charlotte versus Nia Jax with Tiffany cashing in to make that WrestleMania moment for the women's side. Do I hate that a little bit? Yes, because I think she's been holding on to this Money in the Bank for so long where she just looks stupid. But, you know, it's just how they booked her. It's not her fault. It's just how they booked her. And I think it is what it is at the end of the day. I like to see the Money in the Bank get used, you know, not right away, but like in a couple like PLEs that maybe don't like entirely get like crazy enough. Like Bad Blood, I thought that was the perfect time to do that. Which I guess Charlotte wasn't ready, so that makes sense. This Saturday night's main event that's coming up, like the only time she can cash in is Saturday night's main event. I think she's going to tease it on Raw. And then I think it's going to be not a Royal Rumble unless the match happens, I guess, with Nia Jax and her. And then I don't think it happens at Elimination Chamber. So, like, we're kind of limited here, and I think it's going to happen WrestleMania. Becky Lynch wins title. I think it's going to be probably the mid-card. I feel 35% chance. If she's in WWE, she should be going for titles, and I like her going for the mid-cards instead of the main titles for now. That's just my opinion, though. Jordynne Grace, WWE title in 2025, U.S. title from Chelsea Green plus. That's like a extra 2 points because if she wins this U.S. title from Chelsea Green, this will be an insane call for me, in my opinion. Jordynne Grace has been somebody that is obviously going to WWE. I think it's most likely NXT title, but could see the U.S. title from Chelsea Green, and I think that's a great way to kind of push her towards this WWE roster. Michin starts to get pushed. I don't know. I think this is right now her push. I don't think she gets pushed up as much, and if that is the case, I don't want to count that as the push. So that's why it's 30%. Ludwig versus Gunther starts. I think 10%. I think they're going to keep Ludwig with Gunther for a while, even when they have these kind of things. Maybe in the end of 2025, they actually are starting to have like bad like things, but I think they're going to keep them together because I think they work better as a duo together than as a, you know, with Da Vinci or whatever. I think 10% makes a lot of sense. Chelsea Green keeps title for 100 plus days. I'm feeling good with this one. I think it makes a lot more sense to keep Chelsea Green with the title and with the title reign for a while. I don't think it makes a lot of sense to kind of move her out and not give her this title. I think this makes a lot of sense. I feel really good with this one. I don't think they're going to take it off of her. Austin Theory face push before WrestleMania 41, 30%. I think the reason why they delayed Austin Theory and Grayson Waller is so they can make it a WrestleMania match rather than just a match on SmackDown. And if that is the case, then I'm going to feel good about it, but I have a feeling they might not do it. I really do think they might not do it. And then finally, Logan Paul isn't done with wrestling 100%. I'm glad I put this at the end of the video for when I first did this. This is in the same order I presented as the other video. And guess what? Logan Paul announced literally a couple days after I released that video, and I'm happy. This is the only reason why I'm happy I did it, that he isn't done with wrestling, so I can actually mark one off my list, which I guess I'll do in my next predictions. I'll actually go and show myself marking them off the list, because I think next time I do this video, there could be some that's already kind of done. So yeah, other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.